Dr. Hind, appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay. Before we start, I'd like to welcome every one of you to this, I hopefully will be an interesting session of interaction and heart-to-heart talk, where we can sit and pause and reflect on some of the things probably we overlook over time, we don't pay attention to, that are crucial to the development of each and every one of us, including healthcare across all layers, not only in our country, but across the globe. Thank you very much, Hind. Was it easy for you to present, Hind? Okay. What symptoms did you notice when she was presenting as doctors? Heart palpitation, what else? Panic, what else? What symptoms did you pay attention to when Dr. Hind was presenting? By the way, you did great for the first time. We don't know each other yet, but you did great. So what kind of symptoms did you manage to notice in her speech while she was presenting? A little bit shy. Frightened. So frightened, is it frightened, is it a...
I was focused on the phone.
You were focusing more on the phone. So we missed the eye contact. Imagine if you miss the eye contact while you're examining your patients. What's going to happen? Oh, so are we going to increase the stress or regulate the stress? You're right. You're going to increase his stress. Yeah. Exactly. Some people, they say, oh, I need to have this communication. But all you have to need to have some common intelligence that you can, when you talk to somebody, you look them in the eyes with a gentle smile that makes it, the place is safe. Where you are now is safe. And you can be yourself. Because this helps me, because if someone is anxious and stressed, it's contagious. You are a doctor, you're a professional. You got the first consultation, the second one, the third one. Believe me, the fifth one, you will not just pull your hair out. Because I need to regulate quickly my emotions before things get worse. So welcome to this session. My name is Kamal Faiz, and I'll be your host and speaker for the session. We were having 45 minutes, now it is shortened down to half an hour. I have no idea what I'm going to share with you in half an hour, but we're going to go over the highlights so we can get the best of our time, which is value. Quickly, the goal was to apply emotional intelligence. We're not going to spend too much time on the definition of emotional intelligence. We're going to know how to handle difficult interactions. A lot of doctors, they find it difficult to manage or handle interaction between a patient and the doctor. And of course, what do we want to do? We want to communicate effectively under time pressure. Do you have time pressure while you examine your patients? Yeah. Where can we have time pressure during GP consultations, for instance? Yeah, when we have several patients in the waiting room, you're examining someone and somebody is then, and you can hear the noise from outside. Oh, 20 minutes, oh, half an hour, oh. And sometimes you can hear the voices coming out of the waiting room. Last but not least, that's what we are here, just to have skills to enhance satisfaction, not only yours, but also your patient's satisfaction. As you know, in the GP practice, when the patient is satisfied, it is the 20-80 rule. So when you satisfy 20 people of the 20% of your network, you are at the opportunity phase of generating 80% of that network. So quality matters a lot. Going on over here, in 1 minute, I'm sure you have a lot of difficult consultations. Do you remember the last difficult consultations you had? Do you remember the last one? You're smiling, means you remember them. Now you're giggling. When was it? Was it difficult consultations you had in the past? 3 days ago. Was it a female, male? Injured. Elderly person. A lot of time. Was he an angry patient or was he just a difficult patient? Whoa, 1 hour and a half. That's now we go from this to time management. So we move from pressure management to time management because I have certain time where I have to satisfy or see all my patients, not only one person. Okay, so when he was being indifferent or aggressive, so what tip could you share? Bless you. What tips could you share with the crowd to regulate the situation so you can de-escalate the tension? So what can we do to de-escalate the tension? Yes, Hajja. In even Darija, what do you say? Bravo, because we learn from your experience. Thank you very much for translating. ايش نسدير؟ Yesterday, تبارك الله الحجة، برافو. De l'Espagne, hein? Oui, les privés.
Oui, après un accord du médecin du public. Le patient est trop agité, parkinsonien, trop âgé.
You name it.
Hypertendue, diabétique cardiaque, donc ce qu'on vient, ce qui fait باش نهضروا معاه on connaît le malade باش نهضروا معاه حتى ريحناه شويه
الحاجه نوقفك عافاك كيفاش ريحناه هذا اللي بغينا نعرفوا حنا. What do you say? What do you say to him? Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. No. So what do you say? No. Relax. It won't relax. If someone is angry, you say to him, relax. L'interprétation de relax means that. Do you see me not relaxed? Am I losing my... What do you say?
لا 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 الشريف ياك لاباس تتعرفني تعرفك الحاجه
برافو شريف. Thank you so much doctor. What's your name?
دكتور المزريوي سعيده.
Thank you so much for sharing. الشريف سوليني الشريف هنا واش تقول that moment you say الشريف with the right tone. برافو الشريف والشريف it's different. The term and the tone and the body language is all an ecosystem. Because when you say Ashrif, Shrafa, and Sharraftu, and now in his mind, he is here and I am here. It's respect. Good. So now we can talk. If he's still here with an anger emotion, with an anger, and I'm here, you're going to ruin the whole department. It's not good for my day, not good for my family, not good for my wife, nor for my husband. So that's why we underline the word intelligently communicating. I know the situation. He's not happy to see me the first place. When we take the taxi or car to come to see a doctor, not my best day. You see what I mean? So, probably there is some pain, there are some other factors. But Ashrif, we call it a compétence culturelle, a cultural competence. Only people with intelligence, they can have that thing. Now, some people, they know me here. We are preparing something for you, inshallah, upcoming, which is International Competency Program in the UK. So we've been there and we're trying to make it happen, inshallah, by the beginning of 2026. So our GPs can benefit from the first cohort of International Competency Program. I talked to you about it. I talked to you about it. And I talked to you about it. And I talked to you about it in Marrakesh. So it's coming. It's difficult for people to believe that I'm a doctor.
Yes.
Competence culture. Why? I know how to read the X-ray. I need how to do ultrasound. I need to know how to inject, how to prescribe. That's my job. Your job, that's micro tasks. The macro is your character, who you are as a person. Because after a Dr. X, there is Alami, which is social identity. And there is Saida, personal identity. So I have to treat Saida first, so she can take care of Alami. Next, so she can take care of her professional status later. Why you say this? It makes sense? Yeah. So it's very important to understand this cyclic thing going on with us. Just looking at your tag name of your practice, that's your brand. But your brand is made of minimum three basic elements: personal identity, social identity, and the professional status that you should shine on. I cannot grow this if this is not right. I cannot grow this if the nucleus, the center, the heart of it, which is my personal identity. So that's why this talk could be for hours, but we're going to just summarize it on how can I take care of myself so myself can take care of me later. So I need to take care of myself first. Physiologically, you know it, you are doctors, but there is a correlation going on between physiology and emotional, and mental. People a lot confuse emotions with feelings. No, emotion is what? Bravo, it's a reaction. Imagine we are sitting down here and we hear a loud noise outside, like outside. What's going to be the emotion in the room? Scared is the feeling. It's a feeling. You're gonna have fear. Fear is an emotion. Being scared is the aftermath of fear, the consequence of fear. Feeling stays for a long time. Emotion is a quick reaction, is a stimulus and a response. Stimulus and a response. You cannot be successful if you are all the time impulsive. You know yourself who are impulsive. Raise your hand if you say yourself, I'm a little bit. Oh, you go quickly over things. You go from stimulus to response in a blink of an eye. No, it's not about me. It's about the situation. So when you are emotionally impulsive, you are ruining your glands and endocrine system at the same time. Of course, you know the cortisol, adrenaline. I don't want to teach you about this. You cannot operate wisely and you cannot make better choices and better decisions if your system is perplexed, is messed up. You cannot operate effectively if my cortisol all the time high. The first thing you do, you regulate. You regulate your blood pressure, you regulate your cortisol, you regulate your emotions first. Before this, it's too late there. So successful people or people with that, think about your grandfathers, your fathers, and your people who had slow pace of life, not like us in Gaza, crazy going on or Patrick cities. So these people, they used to have something really important. People come in crazy, angry about something. What they do? Exactly. So what would they say this? You know what they do? All they were doing, they were saying nothing, but they were projecting a very important thing. Remember it, a pause or space between the stimulus and the response. Those who manage to create a pause here, they maintain good relationships, they have good IQ, they have good understanding, and most importantly, they are keeping themselves healthy for a long period of time. A lot of people, they think everything happens is about me or just about me. What call them, they have thin layer of skin. So when you have a thin skin layer, people can easily press your buttons. If they press your button, you go. No. So you need to hold on to your horses, hold your horses so you can make better decisions. But just thinking about, before I jump for any reaction, think about creating a space. So doctors, or in our job also, because we see a lot of clients in different attitudes and different reactions, you have to learn how. These are cases. These are the cases, just metaphorically, I was looking for it this morning. And we are here, and our job is to water cooler. So you are a water cooler. People, they come with problems. People, they come with this. People, they come with a lot of things. Imagine I always say this as a primary condition of my situation. People do know it. I have a chronic pain, neck pain, stiff neck pain. So imagine I come with this situation to see my doctor. And I would love to have Mr. Tassi as my doctor. So Mr. Tassi is my doctor. I come in here. So if he concentrates on the pain, look, X-ray, blah, 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 prescription, have a good day, I won't be happy. Why? Why? Exactly. So he's going by the book. Patient with condition X, done. Check his, check. Rule out this, diagnose this, prescribe this, follow up next week. Things getting better, go to something else. Things getting worse, referral to my colleague, to my specialist. That's it. I'm in front of you. Exactly. I'm a human. The chances are, if you ask a patient just about how is everything, forget about you and I, just ask you, right? That makes them really relieved. That means something, because it's called what? It's called health care. Make sure you care. Make sure you care intentionally. Yeah. In your department, okay. So what do you call when you work in a public hospital? Yeah, when you work in a clinic or public hospital and you see the patient, hi, good morning, how are you? Hey, did your mom say to you? Hi, good morning. What do you call this? You do rounds. You do the rounds. Really important. Before you go straight to your office or to sit down or talk, hi, 5-6 minutes means I recognize you are there. I recognize you are there because it's healthcare. People now, with AI, they can quickly go like, I have symptoms, what are the conditions, my weight, my height, my history, and these are the 3 options. With the confirmation with the pharmacist, the doctor is out of the equation. And it's happening now, unfortunately. So we need to get back to the essence of GPs, of family medicine. Family is not just a word. Family, it's a network. We have to pay attention to this detail. Anyway, quickly over here, how the process, how our emotions arise. We have to consider things, 4 steps. The first thing is when your elderly patient was, oh no, what is this? What is that? And he's making the consultation difficult. Ask yourself, Dr. Alami, what are you experiencing here? I'm experiencing a difficult situation. Acknowledgement. Do not ignore negative emotions. And just try to be friendly with positive. You are not in them. You are piling them. You are just hiding them for another day. Because the time when there is a trigger or a teaser to pose them, everything is going to explode over you. And you say, I don't know why this happened to me. Oh, you've been hiding them. You've been just pushing them away. Do not ignore negative emotions. Face them. What am I experiencing now? Hold on. Because now you are going to be in charge. Next, I'm frustrated by this situation of this difficult patient. What I'm thinking? Kicking him in the face? Changing the situation? Change my tone? So you're thinking about the choices. If I have emotional intelligence, I go to the options of problem solving. If I am impulsive, I go to, you're going to ruin my day. Get out, take your money in this. I witnessed some patients when I was a child, or they asked them, take your money and leave. I don't want to see you. And guess what? In front of everyone. Of course, 5 minutes, 10 minutes later, you talk to the patient one-to-one. That's to the doctor one-to-one. Are you happy with what you did? Of course, she's not. But she doesn't have that sense of control. Next, when I make this decision, I'm going to feel good or I'm going to feel something else. Regret or shame or something else. And then whatever result is going to happen, it's a natural result of your thoughts. Because as we say, you are what you think. Before choosing between salad and this, I made a thought before I have this meal. So it happens cognitively before my choice comes. So this before this. Control this, you control reality. That's my philosophy. Emotion is an internal manifestation that generates an external reaction. It manifests in you and it becomes a mirror for the reality. Manifestation is positive, positive. I feel good about you. Yeah. If it happens the other ways, it's going to go the other way around. So pay attention to this little detail when you do, especially when you handle tough and difficult consultations. Emotion, as you know, it's energy in motion. For those of you who see it for the first time, I always think about this. Listen, we have here an E, and we have here M. So energy, my quality of energy is going to drive my quality of motion, which is movement. So my movement is defined by my energy. So before I check the action or the behavior, pay attention to your energy. So prepare yourself before you go. Before you set off for your work, prepare yourself mentally by the energy. That's another aspect we can talk about, which is resilience. Not every day is a great day, but every day I am in control of how I feel. As you know, if you want to have more talk about this, the place that controls the emotion is the limbic system, or the limbic brain. And you know, the inside of the limbic brain, you know, the other pathology and stuff. This is something I like so much. My friend is from martial arts, Dr. Rashid is here. So you will continue to suffer if you have emotional reaction to everything. You don't have to react to everything. The true power is sitting back. Sitting back means to create the space. If you forget everything but a session, remember just one. That's the essence of it. You can forget the details we talked about, but don't forget this. What Kamal did this? Oh, he was a stimulus, response, quality here, space. Sitting back and observing everything with logic. If words control you, that means everyone else can control you. If someone says something and it gives you to he's controlling you. We call it a trigger, déclencheur. That means everyone else can control. That's why we start self-leadership, and self-control leads to self-efficacy. You want to be effective, you got to have a good self and control, then a self-understanding. You cannot if you don't know yourself. There is nothing called positive or negative emotion. It's an emotion. It's who you are. These are some basic ones. So we have happiness, sadness, fear, disgust, anger, and surprise. There are many things that fuel our, how can I go to this one? 1 second. There are a few seconds that fuels our pleasures, emotions. Of course, all of us, we have someone in our family or friends that when you sit down with them, they start blaming. You know, the stage الوحش we say in Morocco. Stage الوحش is, hi, how are you? Look at the weather, look. Check the weather. So this person, he wants to control the gas. شوف اللي جو كي داير الصباح سبحان الله. It's the interpretation of his intrinsic situation and mood that made him think of the weather is not a good weather. What control you have over changing the weather? So we should worship you instead of worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the people I just say, I'm gonna come back, and you have to leave quickly, because if you stay, you're gonna suck in, you're gonna absorb a lot of negative emotions. All you have to do is like, are you 1 second phone call and take your car and just fly, and don't ask me why. You compare people, they compare. Wow, subhanallah, هذاك جاي man, طبيبة يلا دخلتها يشحلت هنا what's in it? You're controlling yourself. وكانت معايا generalist. I hear this a lot. ما عرفتش generalist. Why the word is غير. You know that. Yeah. Imagine a patient saying it to a doctor. أنت غير generalist. Just imagine a patient. How are you going to feel? Emotion. Yeah. Yeah. So غير generalist, it hurts, right? But with emotional intelligence, you think about what you're doing. What's I gonna do? I'm gonna fall victim for this word? It means one thing. I don't know my value. And I am sure a lot of generalists, John GPC, you could face, and I can give, that you could unlock and analyze difficult complication diagnosis than anyone else. I am confident that GP, because of that mentality, people, all of you, I know all of you, majority of you, you have a lot of more than just a degree. You have kindness, you have human interactions, you have care, you have follow-up, you have even medical competencies. You have done a lot to improve yourselves. So I should be proud of myself. I don't want people to say, hey, I'm like this. So the whole game is two things. Create the space before I go here and capitalize on I. I'm capable of doing this. I have done this. I have achieved that. So this mindset, you will create a thick layer between me and the negative external things going on here. We live in our country, we know our culture, and it's an international thing. People are going to come and attack and blame and this. So you have to create that so you can better manage the Kamal, so Kamal can be fine with the Faiz social and then the coaching career next. I can coach if I'm not in a good one. Anyway. It's about managing. So first of all, you have to understand the emotion that you are going through. Next, you manage that situation, positive or negative. And then after understand, manage, and make better results. So it's not only about your emotions, but also understanding other people's emotions. We're not talking about changing their behavior or emotions, but awareness. Conscience, piece of conscience. I'm aware. So when you are aware of their emotions, next, acknowledge their emotions. Give them time to be that emotion. And then you come to your place and then stay authoritative because you have authority. That's why he's coming to you. Don't forget that. But give them a little bit of space when they can feel safe so they can speak their minds. And sometimes towards speaking about other things, they tell you the right cause, the right root cause for the diagnosis. It helps you in your diagnosis, in communication. Maybe not the first 20 minutes, first 5 minutes. Maybe the 7th minute, when you tell them, tell me more. I have this, I have this, I have this. من نسيتي والو؟ لا زدني. أشي حاجة أخرى كاينة. Tell me more. Active listening. And then after tell me, you finished? Anything else? Anything else? And then collaborative approach. When you're done, okay, let's go and see what we can do together. Let's walk together. Because we say let's walk here, walk. أجي تمشى معي. Let's walk تمشى. في كان سمعوا الأول تمشى walk. Where would we hear it? Parks, gardens, spaces. So now the wording is intelligence. So we have to pay attention to the choice of words I'm using. Maybe you will actively look for them in the first place, but believe me, after a while, you become speaking that language because your brain quickly started cognitively adapting to that specific affirmations and we call it assertive style of communication. The guru of emotional intelligence, if you want to have time and spend more time on understanding this concept, go and check Daniel Coleman. His 5 domains. The first one is self-awareness. That's what we're trying to launch with the Faculty of Medicine at UM6P and also with the SUPTEC in Mohammedia. We're trying to launch a program where medical residents, they can, before they go there, they have to work in high intensity practice. They have to spend a minimum 4 to 5 months self-awareness module. Then we go for the module of self-regulations and then motivation, empathy, and I believe, of us here, we are here. So you spend some time here. All you need to do is to upgrade the social skills. What do I mean by social skills? 10 years ago, our country is not the same as today. The way people used to think a few years ago is not the same way people think now. So we need to be socially updated. L'intelligence sociale. Yeah. A lot of people, why? Because we are not used in our culture to talk about ourselves. What is your strength? What's your strength? Point fort. You took 6 seconds to think. It should be on your tongue. That's what's your name, Rashid? Strength. A sense of observation. Okay. Something that you are proud of. شي حاجة اللي تفتخر بها. شي حاجة درتيها تفتخر بها. Why taking you so long? علاش خديتوا وقت بزاف؟ If I say, give me one of the problems you're facing, will even easy, because that's neurologically on the surface. It's not on the deep level. It's surfacing. So when you talk about neuroplasticity of the brain, we talk about the surface and the deeper capacities. So make sure what is positive, what is capabilities, it has to surface on the top. That's why we have a lot of places in our religion also when we talk about why, because we want to bring the idea, the information deep down to the surface, so we can be all the time reminded of the blessings that we are facing here. It's a reminder. So here, everybody's talking in congresses about the AI. For me, in the era of artificial intelligence, emotional intelligence is not an optional thing. It is essential. أنا ما يتسعش غندير بهاد الكوميونيكاسيون بهاد السوفت سكيلز ولا الايموسيونيل. You're gonna take everything from the practice and go to your home, and then where's my husband? Where are my kids? Where's the driver? Or you bring everything from the house. First patient. 15 years ago or 14. Wow, getting older. Wow. My first mission was in Revivez for OCP, and I started working on a case, and they told me, oh, there is a director coming from Sidi Shennan. Sidi Shennan is a region near Revivez. It's a plant citation. People who are in the region did not understand the place. So he came in with his, and I was already having like a difficult month of work between Kaza, if you know Mohammed Yala Samir, and it was morning time. He came in and he did not prepare some cases. We were talking about something has to do with the pipeline between Revivez and Jorf. And there's some technicality it is, and that's another part. I do medicine and I do also engineering. And at what time I told him, haven't you done this before? Is this the first time? Is it? You're a director. Something I should not be saying. He didn't show it because at that time, but when he left, after 1 week, I didn't see him again. 2 weeks, I didn't see him again. I see his group, but he's not there. Then I asked the person there, give me his phone number. And I called, and I apologized. And I said, I want you just to understand my emotion. I was angry because I love you to be on the top of your performance. And I wanted you to be having a great understanding. And I failed to express myself. Could we have a cup of coffee next week when I come to Revivez? And now he's one of my best friends. And I told him, because I see working with people from different countries, and I feel bad if somebody coming just 1 week and you've done all the projects for 3 months and he comes and he's become the star of the show. And what is your work as a director for many years? He said, yeah, I was hungry and I told him why Mr. Kamal told me this or not this. And anyway, long story short, it's really critical to have skill. Quickly, and we finish. I think it's time, if you want. So, 5 minutes? 5? Okay, I'm sorry if I took longer, Mr. Tassi. So, which of these hardest during the clinic hours or examination? Do you feel? I want you just to do a poll with you so you can identify your emotion. Which emotion do you identify more with? Frustration, patient anxiety, time pressure, or non-compliance? Which one? I know you deal with everything, but which one is the highly frequent one? Patient anxiety, they are anxious. Raja? Time pressure. Jump. Doctor? Which one do you? Yeah, the superlative, yeah. The hardest. No, hardest. Okay. And you, which one? From the frustration, time pressure. And you? The same what? What is it? Time pressure. She said the same, I did not pass. I returned. Why? Because you have to know to verbally acknowledge the emotion. It's not the same. The same is a failure in communication. Same what? Where is your choice? You have to intentionally say it. Dr. Neda? Same thing. Heda? Patient anxiety. Yeah, the doctor frustration. No, the doctor frustration. Your frustration. Yeah, so I think it's common to have patient anxiety. Okay. Again, it's the patient anxiety. Listen, the patient is anxious. The patient is anxious, right? When he comes to you to talk about his condition, maybe he doesn't have the skills to communicate his. So for me, when he is anxious, so I say, what's the verb? I understand. I know that he is anxious. Anxiety leads to being angry at me. So the problem is not anger. The problem is he's bringing from home anxiety. So imagine if I say to you, I understand this is not something comfortable for you, but I need to inject you there, or I need to check that place, or I need to do this. And if there's anything you want me to pay attention to before we start this protocol, let me know. So understanding, acknowledgement, and then it's a partnership. The moment you bring partnership with your patient, the moment you are winning emotionally there. Yes, sir. 2 minutes? Okay. Well, yeah, we're done. Yeah, I don't want you to miss the tea and the coffee provided by Beyond. That's okay. Thank you. Okay, we'll done. We'll do only one case. I've prepared 3 or 4 cases. We do one and we finish. A 50-year-old male with chronic cough. And the first thing, dismisses your concerns. You want him to do something. You're concerned about his situation, but he doesn't care. L'indifférence towards something. Number 2, refuse imaging. وقال لي داك الشيء ديال الالتراساوند هذا فيه كي الكونسير اشاعه ولا الاشعه يسموها كيقول الاشاعه وصارت تقول الاشعه والاشاعه كيديروا الكونسير. No. Number 3, everything you say is irritated. It's like someone who wants to go to the bathroom. You know that stage before you go. Irritated person. So from your experience, l'expérience ديالكم اشنا هو الايموشن اللي هو مخبي دابا. What emotions he is hiding or he is. Thank you so much. What's your name, doctor? Bravo, doctor. Bravo, we did. Fear. هذا خير. That's the international. He has fear and he doesn't know how to project it. He becomes indefensive. So people defensive, they have fear. كم كنتي خايف ما تجيش هذا وهذه وجيت. Number 2, what is your emotional response? What's the best way to emotion? Assurer. So we have, in English, we call assure and reassure. Assure the patient and assure the system is going well, and reassure the patient. Ensure also. Donc, can you assure or ensure that this will not escalate? What are you going to say? What do you say? I understand that this is a situation. I would like you to do. I need you to pay attention to this. I would like. So here, who is speaking? The doctor. Sorry. Did I say you need to? I'm saying? I remember I statement. So 3 things. Space when you talk, stimulus response. Right? The process of understanding what you experience, what you think and how you feel leads to the result. And the last statement, which is whenever you talk about somebody who has fear or anxiety or something not safe, start with yourself. Say I. Then you continue your communication. I need you to do this. I need you to pay attention to this. I need you to do this. It means you need me. Yeah, I need you to do this. I didn't finish it. But in his mind, the doctor needs me. But with attention, what we do, هالزيادة دور حل بغيتك تدير خذ هالدواء رجع. So we are all directive language here. Yeah. Yeah. 2 more minutes and we finish. Humor. I don't recommend it. Why don't you recommend? I don't recommend it because, Dr. Rashid, humor is something has to do with cultural competencies. Donc, where do we drop line in the humor? To what extent we can drop line in the humor? All right. Exactly. Soft for you is not soft for me. So when I met somebody from a rigid, cold place, I say, hey, what's the excitement? So why you do this? It's not for them, it's bizarre. For us in Morocco, it's fine to smile at people. Hey, do I know you? Especially if you go to New York. So I really appreciate your time, and I hate myself to cut it here. We had some great material. For those of you who share their emails, I'm going to be able to send you highlights from the workshop, and I will send you some language connected to how you could use some phrases in controlling, understanding your emotions and controlling other people's. Just a way to get a good performance after you finish your consultations. Thank you so much for your time today, and I'll see you next edition, inshallah.
Thank you, Mr.
Stay one more minute. 1 minute.
1 minute, please. Alors, before we officially close, I would like to thank our speaker, Mr. Kamal, and I would like to thank you about this outstanding contribution. Yes, and I would like to present some trophy to thank you.
Thank you so much.